Welcome back to this very special Christmas edition. Now we have some lovely slipper orchids in flower at the moment. So I just got a haul from Kramer Orchids with some flowering slippers, so we can take a look at them, plus a couple that I already had. So this one on the left here is a Fritz Schomburg, not quite open yet. And got Gratrixianum up here with two flowers on it. Hermanni, looking good. And this is my Venustum just opening up here now. And the other ones are coming from the haul, so let's take a look at them. Right, so here we are with another unboxing, special Christmas unboxing courtesy of Kramer Orchids in the south of Germany. So it's a special Christmas present for myself, I guess. And just to get the expectations sky high, I've got a couple of plants which I got from Cramer in the past here. I feel like I'm really doing a little commercial for them here, but they've got their own breeding program there. So they've got a couple of their own hybrids, which I had got in the past, Cramer, Phalaenopsis, and a Paphiopedilum, Cramer. They do tend to name them after their family members, I suppose, but you can see that the foliage on this Paphiopedilum in particular is really beautiful. And I was on their web shop recently and I noticed they had some one-off plants, which they occasionally do, and some very, let's say, very uncommon plants, hybrids, which I've never seen before. So obviously I couldn't resist, and ended up a couple of weeks later with this box at my front door. So without further ado, let's open up and have a look. So you can see 6 little neatly packaged orchids here. Let's open them up one by one. Spoiler alert, I think they're all slipper orchids except for one. Right, so this is the first one. It's Cattleya violacea, Flammea, I believe. It's not on the label, but that was what I purchased. And I do already have another Cattleya violacea, Cerulean. And this plant is actually the one that was responsible for me getting back into Cattleyas, or getting more successful with Cattleyas, because I bought it on a kind of a whim from Schwerter, I think it was, a couple of years ago, as a little seedling, and it's grown quite well. I didn't expect it to do that well when I found out that it's considered to be a warm growing Cattleya. But to my surprise, it has done well, which I guess indicates that my conditions probably warmer than I realised, especially in the greenhouse. But this plant has grown really well. It's coming along to sort of juvenile stage now. It's sort of out of the little seedling stage. So I thought I'd get another one. And the first thing that strikes me about this new one is that the leaves are very glossy compared to this other plant. Apparently that's within the variability of the species. And also I think this pseudobulb needs to be plumped up a bit. What I usually find with the plants that are coming from this nursery, and a lot of other ones as well, is that for me at least they're over potted. So I will be potting this up into a smaller pot, keep it a bit more pot bound. You can see this is the same size pot basically, and look how much bigger the plant is, and this is what I would consider to be the correct proportions for my conditions at least. And so the next one up is Paphiopedilum, Delenatii album by Venustum album. So this is a very good sized plant, and I can see it has flowered before here. There's a old spike there, but I can also see at least one bud in there and maybe more on the way. This is a very good sized plant, so they're very happy with this. This is a very uncommon hybrid. I've never seen it before, and especially the combination of the album forms. They did have a photo of it. It's a very pale coloured with some influence of the venustum that adds, I think, a bit of extra interest to the flower and the pouch and so forth. But yeah, very subtle colouring. So yeah, maybe it will be a little bit boring, but I guess time will tell if we get it into flower. Foliage is also quite attractive. You can see the influence of venustum there. And Delinatio, of course, also has very nice foliage. But yeah, this is a really good one. And this was the last one that they had in stock, so might be a while before you would get another chance to buy one of these. I'm not sure if it's a division from a mother plant or something like that, but this is a very good size plant. Alright, so the next one up is actually in flower, and this is Pedro's Moon, Paphiopedilum Pedro's Moon. This is a Armeniacum hybrid. Can't remember exactly what else is in there. I think maybe a Primulinum. I think it was a primary hybrid. But yeah, it's a lovely big golden orb of a flower there, or pouch at least. And this also is quite a good sized plant. It was also the last one, sorry to inform you. And it does have another little flower spike in there. And also there's a second flower on the back here. I'm not sure if that's going to develop. But yeah, this is really nice. Right, so next up is another slipper orchid in flower, but this time it's a Phragmipedium, another hybrid, Phragmipedium Don Wimber. It's a Bessier hybrid, and it's in flower, so we can enjoy it immediately. Isn't that beautiful, the colouring on that? Amazing. And hopefully this should be quite a bit easier in cultivation than Bessier, which is regarded as quite demanding. So hopefully this one's going to be a bit kinder and behave well for me. Alright, and so here we are now with a Vanda. This is Vanda Barnesii, quite a good sized plant. Get the label there. Barnesii, rather large white flowers on fairly compact plants for Vandas at least. This is regarded as being a bit more cool tolerant as well than a lot of other Vandas, so that would be a good one for me with the cooler winters here. Don't have to keep it extremely hot throughout the year. So I'm hoping that this one will adapt well, but this is I'm really happy with this, very good size plant, well grown. And so last but not least, we've got another Paphiopedilum in flower here. This one is a Drurii hybrid, which is very clearly evidenced by the stripes, the brown stripe and the golden yellow colour. It's very typical of Drurii, and I think this is crossed with another yellow species, Primulinum, which is one of the ones which is a multifloral, so you can see that it's got a second flower on it as well. So this is a very nice flower, and it's also one I've never seen before anywhere, so really happy to be able to pick it up. Another really beautifully grown plant. They obviously have really got their act together when it comes to the culture of paphs and other species. They do have some very interesting paphs there on their website, and I know they have their own breeding program with their own hybrids. I think it's a small family-run business there in the south of Germany, but yeah, I couldn't be happier with this haul, with especially getting 3 of them in flower, and all of them really good size plants for the price. I think the prices are pretty reasonable. I think this one was €25, and a couple of the other ones were 35, so a bit more expensive. And the Vanda is 25 as well, I think, something like that. And the little Cattleya are about 15. So all in all, very good haul. And yeah, thank you very much to the Cramer family for making these orchids available. Yeah, good job.